What's good, world family? It's your boy Uniqo Williams, and we are back with another episode of Just a Fan. Because there's just so much going on in the world and so many things to be interested in that you can't help but just be a fan. So we are out here today. Of course, we got my homeboy Zell May in the house. How you doing, brother?
I'm blessed, highly favored. Hey, yo, I see a bunch of alphas watching. So for a minute, can the alphas give a bad guy and a fellow alpha a zam?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
All right, peace, guys.
We got
Yeah, my thing was like, fuck's alcohol.
next up, we got T Ramsey in the house. 765. What's going on, brother?
You already know. Local neighborhood scumbag here to give them their daily dose of dirtbag. Doing it extra bad for all the bad guys.
Big shout out. And Monte, aka Monray. What's happening, brother? How you doing today?
What's up, everybody? Your boy Man Ray, aka Mr. Drop the Mic, is back in the building, ready to just be a fan of the things that are happening all over the media world. That's all I can say.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So today we're gonna get started. So Tekashi 6ix9ine, aka Dan Hernandez, has been in court lately in regards to restitution for a robbery that happened in 2018. What Tekashi's asking the judge for is some leniency because he says if he has to pay back anything, that's just gonna make him fold. Now, mind you, he also threw in that's gonna mess up his family and all the people that he cares about. But mind you, we just saw Tekashi 6ix9ine walking into a gas station with his arm in a sling after getting out of a McLaren. So that being said, is this cap for the court? I would ask you, Zell May, is this cap for the court or is he broke?
It's kind of hard to say, but let's go over the case. He's alleging in a document that he only makes $70,000 a year. Now, the problem with that is, to most people, that's a good bit of money. Let's just be honest. To most people, $70,000 is great for you to be making, but he's used to living a certain lifestyle. He's used to being able to move a certain way, and since he hasn't put out a song in almost 2 years, his label probably took all the money from that song, because you have to be able to tour, because rappers don't make money from actual rapping. They make money from touring, because the label, as we know, puts millions of dollars into promotion and you owe it back. It's like you got to pay me back for me promoting you and putting all this money into promoting you, so you have to pay it back. And it usually can go around from 1 million to 2 million. You put it on the playlist. I heard a guy said on the internet he paid $200K to get it on a Spotify playlist to get his song like 1 million plays. So they got to spend money to put you on there, and it could be true. The only reason normally I say it's a ploy, but it could be true because he ain't put out a song in 2 years, and he hires Cardi B security, and if you know how much Cardi B security cost, he probably is after so long. Don't if you don't diss every gang you see.
Every gang.
Everybody you see from every city and expect to be safe without security. And when you ain't putting out songs, security get expensive. So it might be true.
Also, I want to point out that I definitely got these topics out of order, but that's okay. But we're gonna talk about a whole bunch of stuff. We also gonna get into Miss Marvel. We're gonna talk about Durk and all that whole thing, and we're gonna bring back Chris Brown back into the equation. So but before that, let's stick with Tekashi here for a second. Mom Ray, how you feeling about how you feel about Tekashi? Is it cap for the court, or is he really broke?
I mean, it might not be capped, just to be honest. You went before the court, and you generally have to give proof of what you're saying. Like, you normally have to give documentation of, how much money you're making, your current status, that kind of stuff. So it should be some truth to it. Now, whether people were able to get their documentation, that is an entirely different story. But I mean, there's always a grain of truth in some kind of stuff, and you have to look. All rappers are not Jay-Z, Lil Wayne. All rappers are not these big business moguls that are able to get income from multiple places, especially if they're, like one-hit wonders or something. Just for example, not saying Tekashi is, but I'm saying like if they're like one-hit wonders or they've only had like one good album, and then they fade away because they're not able to continue to generate their income off of their popularity for different reasons. If they're not signed under multiple contracts or labels, getting endorsements from other places, whether like starring on the box of Kellogg's, something like that. If they're not getting this kind of steady income, they will fizzle out relatively quickly. I mean, you can just let's go back the last, I'll say 10 years. I can say 20 years, 10 to 20 years, and see the list of people who had like popular songs or one hit albums, something like that, and then just see where are they now. All of them ain't just on the market no more. Some of them you forgot you even knew their name, or just forgot they had like a really, really popular song. So it's probably some truth to it, and if it's true, I mean that's very unfortunate. Like I hate to hear that. When you hit a high note and then you fall down. I hate that. But it happens to a lot of people. So there's probably some truth to it. How much, I don't know. Mm-hmm. But I don't really wish that on nobody that he reached any kind of stardom or anything. So I always say, make smart investments. If you reach a high plateau or high peak, take advantage of it to make lasting effects on your life and good effects. Like make lasting profit for it. Like continue to do so. Don't just enjoy the high and just, that's it. Don't do that.
T. Ramsey.
I saw Ja Rule do Gyro commercial that's on my Zelmay channel. I did a Zell reacts on it.
Make sure y'all check out Zelmay. Zelmay reacts. Check that out. Go back and listen to it. There might be some meat in that sandwich. I'm just saying.
Gyro.
T. Ramsey, what you got on Tekashi 6ix9ine? Is he broke? Is it cap for the court?
I'm giving the hot take. Mr. Hernandez, he got the hidden crypto wallet somewhere. I think they said they gave that man a $15 million advance. Yeah. I think that's what they're trying to recoup off of him, which means Zelmay's completely right. He ain't getting no money from his streaming for the foreseeable future. So that's not the record company. If that is what they gave him, they're going to recoup all of that. But if you look at sort of the people that 6ix9ine's been associated with, I mean, he's a step away from a rug pull, in my opinion. Tekashi Crypto coming soon.
You got an NFT tour?
NFT. They would buy this shit.
He got NFT that rat head.
Oh, he did have that little cartoon tour. He did have that little cartoon for that video.
Hey, why he's spending money on JPEGs? Get in where you fit in.
He might. That might be his comeback.
But, if he really is broke, karma, man. But I think, like I said, I think he probably got him a little crypto wallet out there. Couple of non-fungible tokens, nothing like a little decentralized currency to save you from Uncle Sam. I mean, it's 2022. So I almost feel like he's too smart to be truly broke. That's the only reason I feel like, because like I said, you can go look at the few interviews and shit and the way, like I said, he's a very self-preserving kind of person from what I can tell. So I find it hard to believe that there's not some sort of asset out there that's relatively valuable that's not connected to him in some way, shape, or form that is his.
I'm with you on that. And let's keep in mind that this is the worst looking spreadsheet that I've ever seen a lawyer present to a court. Like, it was so generic. It was like, in 2018 he made this, and this is his touring money, this is that, and it was like, and this is how much he made. So at some point he was making like $600,000 for the tour. But the tour cost was like $184,000. That's still pretty good money to get back. Then they talked about it, the money he made, but it was a pretty generic, average looking, probably 8th grade typing class kind of.
You said it was Google Doc?
Oh, he may have done what I would do in that situation if I need to put my finances on there, and it's not very impressive. So with that being said, we're just gonna keep Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Self-deprivating Joe. Let's go.
No, I just said that I'm just not very good at spreadsheets, but they're not gonna look.
You're good at whatever you put your mind to, Joseph. You're blackety black.
I thought you were a scumbag.
Wow.
That don't mean that was scummy and like that was both of them.
Speaking of hero arc and redemption, Chris Brown made it back in the news. He's been actually like his redemption arc was the easiest arc of all time. Like whatever happened between him and Rihanna happened. He got her back every now and then, happened, and then just kind of never talked about it. So now he's being accused of other things. I'm not sure. Somebody's trying to sue him. Mom Ray, can you give us more insight into this Chris Brown situation, please? Let me understand.
Man, let this be a lesson. If you get money, aka clout of any kind of notoriety, be mindful. You didn't already know from Drake's experience with the hot sauce. You're gonna open this. So
door.
If that was real or not, we'll never know. But so Chris Brown, back in 2020, he attended a party and he hooked up with this lady. This lady, what's the word? She claimed that Chris Brown forced herself on him. Forced herself on her on a yacht back in Miami. It was back in 2020, and forced her to take a Plan B pill. That's her thing. So she was suing him for about $20 million. I was like, ooh. So it came out over the course of last week that Chris, he had been said like, oh no, it's not true. And you already know how social media goes when any kind of stuff comes out like this. It's like, oh, they start flaming, getting on the dude and all that. Then he came out with some proof. So first he released some text messages that from 8 months after the alleged event happened, 8 months afterwards, where she was texting him, saying things like, why you playing with me? You were honestly the best I ever had. You give me mixed signals. I just want to F with you again. And including a voice message. Voice message of her saying it as well. So he brought out the receipts. And if you are smart, brother, all my brothers out there, keep the receipts.
Yes, sir.
Keep the receipts. They'll keep you out of this.
Yes,
so
sir.
Don't be afraid to screenshot because they're not.
Oh yeah, he put it on his Instagram story. Let me know. Then he came out there and his message to everybody after he put those messages out there was no more dragging me through the mud. Clearly, you can see all of the cap. Now let's see if the media will keep that same energy they had trying to destroy me to run the real story. Yeah. While me and my legal team, we gonna deal with this situation. You don't play with people's lives like that. That's what Chris Breezy had to say. And so please watch yourselves, brothers, everybody. When you get a little bit of clout, or just even in your regular day-to-day operations, if you're a regular dude like me, keep the receipts and get the consent and watch yourself, because you never know.
Check IDs too, people. Be thorough.
So my boy T Rams, see Tommy a thorough. What's your thoughts, man, about this whole situation, man? Let me know.
It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh my God.
It's a beautiful thing.
It is.
This brother is coming through, and finally he getting some get back. Let's be real. He had his moment back in the day with Rihanna. All I can say on that: equal rights, equal fights. But
overall,
you gotta love it when a brother gets a win, especially another light skinned brother. So it hit close to home.
We did it for.
She tried that because that's the fact. In my opinion, that's the foulest thing you can do to somebody is to put that kind of lie on them. Because that's different. You can say I'm any kind of bad person, anything. But when we get into stuff like SA allegations, stuff like, bruh, come on, nah.
Yeah.
That's a different. You're literally trying to take my life away at that point. So I don't blame him one bit. I'd sue her too. I'd probably do more than sue her, but there's a reason I'm not rich and famous because the world ain't ready for that yet.
And I did not condone that either.
We do not condone his things anyway.
I do want to add in.
I'm keeping it real. That's all I'm saying.
Afro coming 765 it's just Twitter. Do not blame us. We are not liable for anything he say. Hey,
but I'm just saying that's extreme.
Before I throw it to Zelmay, I do want to add in the fact that we just saw something like this happen with Deshaun Watson. He lost a year of football due to
how much money is that?
That's reps. The more football you play and look at that speed and all that type of stuff, the better that you become. And he was already on a pace. What happens if he's never the same? That could be the fault of somebody that put some allegations on him that allegedly might not be true. Zelmay, what's going on?
So we're here again talking about Chris Brown, but this time we get to put
he got a suit on. He got a suit on.
You gotta get into it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get into it. But we're here to talk about Chris Brown again. This time in more of a positive light. Again, we know the brother is if anybody knows from the recent history, my boy C Breezy has been very particular in all his behaviors lately. For instance, it's a lot of NDAs. We remember the incident with the girl,
A lot of
with the cell phone, talking about they took my cell phone, they trying to do this to me. You were like, you signed an NDA? Anything you agree to will be written down and taken care
will
of.
be enforced in the court of law.
Yeah, I have the NDAs, I have recordings, I have video in my house, everywhere except my bathroom. You are well documented. And apparently she didn't get the rule that the young white lady got a few years ago, because Chris Brown, she said, he took my phone because of this. He said, hey, you signed it. You get
read the document.
You acted up. We kicked you out thoroughly. We are not having no more incidents. It's NDA. You get checked at the door, everything. Which, by the way, you should do. Why? Because we're in a culture where apparently it's easy to be accused of something without evidence. I stated yesterday, and this was more about politics, that someone can tell a lie and tell you to prove their lie is not true.
And that's crazy.
Yep.
I saw this was about Tulsi Gabbard saying, prove to me to a Republican, a Democratic senator, that you don't have biomedics in Ukraine. We ain't talking about that right now, but that's what she said. I'm like, how did you made the story up? How do I prove that we don't have something? Because all I gotta do is say we don't, and you just be like, you're a liar, with no evidence of us saying that. So,
right.
So in the case of Chris Brown, he taught everybody a valuable lesson. Make sure you dot all your I's and T's, especially if you famous, because it's not just women.
It's jacking season.
Dudes will literally try to start a fight with you so they can sue you. Mm-hmm. They will run into your car just so you can hit them and they can try to sue you. Mm-hmm. It usually don't work, but they will. I saw it with Jahlil Okafor when he played with the 76ers. Dude came up there, pushed him, said, hit me. Now,
that is blatant.
Now, Jahlil hit him and then nothing came of it, but he tried to sue. The truth, in the words of Charlemagne, which I don't always agree with, but who cares about the truth when the lie's more entertaining?
Yeah, that's true, man. That's wise words. Damn, look at you. I told you got on this suit today. You got that Martin Luther King suit on today. Yeah. You got that hand up like this. All that. We're going to make a poster.
Hey, yo, they might hate me, but sometimes I got to be the bad guy.
Man. It's gonna get hot.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know everybody's gonna go to the summer.
Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Man, shoot.
That's why you keep your receipts.
Them court documents last too, man. So I'm telling you, it's finna get hot out here. Everybody finna go traveling again. Everybody finna try to do the beaches and all this spring break already and start everything. I'm telling you, be smart, brother. If you can get them receipts, you can get this consent, get whatever you can. Be smart, cause well, moment will cost you a lifetime out here. It really will. I ain't just talking about pregnancy, bro.
That's Deacon Monray right there. Now he done came and said a word.
I'm gonna tell you, remember back, that was all you worried about, wasn't it? Now you gotta worry about everything. At first I was just worried about, oh my God, I'm at 18 years. Now you gotta deal with prison time when somebody get upset with you.
Whoa. You don't want to get
that you don't want to get that, go on that S registry, bro. You don't want to be there. You don't want to be there. Everybody ain't got the money to make that go away, bro.
You might can marry Nicki Minaj. I didn't need to take that shot, but I'm the bad guy.
Dang.
I'm the bad guy.
Hey,
What?
that's best case scenario, just so y'all know. Zelme is telling you the best case scenario.
I don't even have to say allegedly. It's true.
I was gonna say he's on the registry. There ain't no allegedly.
They love taking barbs at the barb.
Shout out to Nikki though. I saw her recent interview. She done grew. She a better person now. Shout out to her.
Hey, baby's out here changing people
and switches her character right now and then. She still does that, but that's okay.
We love Nikki.
We still remember the Bedrock video.
She just have bad taste in people. She's a dope person.
I don't want no smoke with the barbs today. And bigger than anything, man, that consent is huge, man. I know that's my favorite thing to say is, are you sure? Y'all got to take a lesson from Bel Air. Make sure y'all watch that Bel Air review. It comes on every Thursday night. But are you sure? Is this okay? Say all that stuff. And if you got to be a little tricky, you know, put that little record on and say, is it okay? Just. I hate that we got because it used to be we just, you know, it is what it is. But I don't care. First time all the way up until my next time, I always be like, it's okay. Is it cool? Or is it cool? Are you down with this? Whatever. There's gonna be a dialogue. I don't damn that sexy stuff. We're gonna have a dialogue. Is this cool? You know, they just
gotta have some simple crazy stuff I'm trying to do.
Dodgers. And the girl said choke her. So he did. He may or may not have gone overboard. That's between him and her. We don't know. But he apparently did too much. She didn't like it. I don't know if at some point she said, okay, stop choking me. He kept doing it. Okay, now you're in trouble. But if you said choke me in the first place and knew you was about to have that bruise and then said stop and then alleged that person, I'm just saying it's a cold game out here. Damn that sexy stuff and all them kinks and stuff. They, you know, them girls be wanting to tie them up and all that stuff. You go to the bathroom and they'll say you tied her up and left her. You just went to the bathroom real quick. I don't want no
recording.
Damn all that.
Joe said he going to the bathroom and just said text you. Are you sure?
Hey, I'm in the bathroom. You are just.
Let's go. Safety text.
There, I'll be back in 5 minutes, and then I'm going to text while I'm about to get up in it. I'm going to text back here. So you know that you got the timeline. So that's just me. By the
way, watch tomorrow's episode of Man Cave. We talked about how to approach women in 2022. Like and like and subscribe and hit that notification bell.
You was in my head. That's what I was gonna say. So let's move on from just foulness and get into directed anger. I don't know what the hell is going on.
Some more foulness just on the other side.
T. Ramsey, can you tell us what the hell is going on with this whole Durk, NBA Youngboy, and just what? I don't understand. Why are our brothers so mad at each other? I don't get it.
Well, okay. From the core, the Durk and Youngboy situation, you have to connect directly to King Von and Quando Rondo. Okay. Quando Rondo is Youngboy's artist.
Okay.
King Von was Durk's artist.
Got it.
Lil Tim did what he did that resulted in King Von's death. So I mean, the animosity is the starting point's right there, and there was beef before that. But I mean, it's gotten to the point now where all of this stuff, all the beef in hip hop now, is just it's out of hand. I mean,
the Jacksonville boy
from Young Dolph to everything. I mean, you can't. It's senseless, and the way that they make it worse is you look and you can go to Louisiana and you see billboards that say Durk's better. Come on now.
Oof.
Come on. You taking trolling to a new level. These brothers are literally out here on record killing each other or adjacent to people. I mean, go watch a documentary about King Von. Lil Tim showed himself on video, unfortunately enough. Look at these people associated, all of these entities that are involved in a real way are, for lack of a better word, about that life. And when these things coalesce, nothing good's gonna come from this. Right. Why can't you just be two brothers making money? I mean, but it's crazy because it's doing nothing but escalating. And I hate to say it, but I feel like at the end of the day, only way it ends is if somebody loses their favorite artist. It feels like, and that's a horrible thing to say.
That's
So
bad. That will be terrible. I definitely feel like it because there is that back door. We talk a lot about this Kanye and Skeet. Skeet. We talk a lot about this Kanye
give Pete his respect.
and Skeet
It's
thing.
Pete.
But he is Pete this week, and we think about it. Is this for Kim Kardashian is about to come up with a new season? People are saying Kanye's in it. Will we see Pete? Could this be a money grab? Now there's kids involved, and you got Kanye talking. Are you that as a billionaire? Are you that obsessed with whatever you're trying to do that you would bring your kids in this who have no idea? Poor North. She just doesn't know what's going on. Everybody just trying to see if she can get Kim's credit card and put it on TikTok. That's the only thing.
Those are the funniest stuff I've seen. That's hilarious.
How do you get into the house, Nori? You know, they asking her stuff like that. So let me swing it to you, Zelmay. What's up with this right here? And then if you don't mind, can you swing it to Mom Ray after your point?
Okay. First, can we
There you go. He back.
we talking about right now. We have you have that young Dolph situation. You have the boys in Jacksonville. You have a scene in hip hop that's actually probably tangible for the first time since early 2000s. We had a big
real.
We had a big cap period for a long time where people were talking that they wasn't about, outside of a few people. And frankly, even Youngboy has also brought in Boosie, who has a charge on him, and Gucci Mane, who has a charge on him.
I was going to say both of them are as real as they come.
We're not saying they did it; they just had a charge on them.
Mm-hmm.
He went.
I'm saying Boosie's lawyer deserves a Nobel Peace Prize.
We see Tekashi go to O Block and run out and say, "I'm here," and then run in the car and drive off. Like we
at midnight.
Yeah, we had a cap period where they were just capping, but now it seems like the Jacksonville situation. They go on songs and mention names. They have a list of names. They go off and be like, somebody got kidnapped and where's Corbin? And it's some reason they turn into it, and society doesn't take it as real because somehow it's like a TikTok trend now. What?
Once it makes it on TikTok, it never happened.
I'm like, so these real people situations has somehow turned into like meme culture because for so long they did cap that all of a sudden we have become immune to like empathy to these people
desensitized
to these people we see as characters, and these people we see as characters have now fed into the character. Like, okay, this how I make a popping song. We just finna tell everybody that's going and left right now, and I'm gonna make a song about it. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go call out so and so. You can kind of blame Tekashi for it because even though he was capping this, but to some degree, but you can kind of blame it.
The New York drill scene brought a lot more disrespect than people want to give credit for.
Yeah, and
that bar is too high. You have Chicago as the bar, so.
But
I think they might have went. I don't know, man.
But in my case, even with Chicago, it was a certain situation where people be like, DJ Academics, you are disrespecting these people's lives, and it wasn't popularized, even though it happened in this cap period. You know what I mean? Like Chicago drill rap, when it was dangerous, would happen in this cap period where people was like, oh, we don't want to really get into this because this is dangerous and we don't want to support this. But now it's fully supported. Y'all characters go at it for my entertainment, and I hate it. This is that. Go at it, be characters, say say something happened to somebody so I can make a TikTok about it and I can go viral because everything's the algorithm now. I need some French dude to tell me how to dress, and I need to dress urban for some French dude because everything that regular people, black people make is old school and not in right now because, again, we're going to the algorithm. But that's another subject for another day. Monte, your thought?
Man, the only thing I really got to say about this beef is people of now and of the future, man. Just do your best not to be a part of this kind of culture, I guess to say. Like I was thinking, rap beefs, when we were younger, we used to have like 50 Cent, Ja Rule. We tried to make
Hey, that was
some.
kind of dangerous though.
Yeah, like we had 50 Cent, Ja
People got
Rule, Big in the
stabbed.
Game, Lil Wayne, Lil Boosie, for example. But those never escalated to these kind of percentages. Yeah, they'll make some diss tracks about each other. We'd be like, okay, yeah, that's hype. Then out there, they'll squash it in whatever kind of way, and they'll keep on going about their business.
It come
That was
down
rap
after
beef.
Tupac and them died, so it did come down for you.
Yeah. That's what rap. And then of course before then, them beats from Tupac and all that that was something else entirely.
Way out of hand.
So they went out of hand, and after they hit that fever pitch, they calmed down to just being rap beefs, not like
and now it's worse
gang warfare, just rap beef. And now it's like they skyrocketed. I don't say skyrocketed, but they've gone back up in some instances to what we have now. And
no, I think skyrocketed was the right word. Look at how many rappers in the last 2 or 3 years have been murdered.
Because it's now it's getting to the point where some of these people will make it ain't even about the name. It's not even about the money. It's not about the record label or any of that kind of stuff. It's not about none of it. It's literally just about the violence and the warfare. And that's not the kind of thing that the rap game needs. It's not the kind of thing that music needs. Not the kind of things that us black people or anybody really needs. We're gonna need that kind of stuff. That kind of stuff isn't good for nobody.
Unfortunately, it's what's getting them paid.
All it's gonna lead to at the end of the day is loss of life, because all it's gonna do is just keep on skyrocketing, because just keep on feeding that kind of stuff, especially if it's just not about rap beat. And this ain't about rap no more. This stopped being about rap a long time ago. I like to say is don't feed into that kind of don't become a next generation of this kind of culture. The hood is not the life. That is not the life that you need to be a part of. It's not the life that it's a difference between living in the hood and being the hood. There's a difference in that. I know. So you don't have to do that kind of stuff. And just don't feed into it. Don't become a part of that culture. Don't become a part of that in your future. Don't just be like, okay, this is what it is. And don't have that kind of mentality. Don't. And when you see this kind of stuff, just don't let that be like the standard that you expect everybody to be about. Just be like, okay, well, this is what I see. This is what culture is. This is what everybody's like. No, just strive to be different. Strive to be the change, that, can sort of change your behavior. Strive to be the domino that let everybody else follow you instead of following behind this kind of stuff. I like to say.
Let's go.
I'm with it. And if y'all don't mind, let me be the pastor that just came into the church that's sitting in the crowd that's a guest, but he didn't plan on speaking. But if y'all gonna call me to the pew real quick, or to the the altar, whatever you call it, let me talk for a second. Now I saw a video today where the dudes had put up cardboard cut-ups of their ops, and they was just standing around them in the video and all this stuff. They put a cardboard cut up into one of the up to the microphone, said, "Oh, we got this nigga in the studio," clearly mocking people. I believe people were stating that they came from Detroit. And this is what I got to say. Actually, one of the other things that was super disrespectful, we had another person. He was a cardboard cutout, and dude was like, who had the camera, "Man, what you looking at? I know you ain't looking at me. I'll thump you in the head and knock his cardboard cutout down." This is post-death. Why don't y'all put that kind of that energy into what is really ailing you? It's not the people across the road. It's not the people down south. It's none of those people. Who it is, it's healthcare. It's people that raise the prices of living in places for rent. It's people that are, you know what? They signed $1 billion thing within days to help Ukraine out. And we still got people over here going through it, living in poverty, can't pay for their medicine or nothing. But you said, Ukraine, we got you. Y'all did that in days. And then y'all argued over $600 doggone stimulus checks. Take the real fight and have that kind of passion for the people that are actually hurting us as black people. They don't give a damn about us, because the people down the road, people, grandmas and stuff that looked out for you when you was older, but y'all became ops. Y'all looking at them as if they're the worst thing ever. And trust me, it's way worse people when they sitting there laughing at us. Amen.
Amen, brother.
And they'll say,
Oh,
Superheroes. And I'll let you bring in the last one. I actually want to start. I want to go Monray and then Zelmay. And we go. I want to get with you because you have a very shared interest in this next one because y'all share each other's like bloodline and stuff or something. Miss Marvel trailer has come out, and we all kind of knew it was coming, but they decided to drop the trailer. I'm excited that it's on Disney Plus because Disney Plus has not failed with these series lately. I don't know how it's going to tie in everything. Y'all probably got some thoughts on that. I love your thoughts on that as well. How it's going to tie to the rest of the Marvelverse at this point, and some of the side stuff they got going on. But here we go. Disney's back at it again. Marvel's back at it again. We haven't had anything since Black Widow, I believe. Black Widow, right? She was the last one. Or was it Scarlet?
No.
Was it Daredevil? Not Daredevil, but
y'all all off on these shows.
About the show?
What was the last one?
The TV show, it would be Moon Knight is coming up, and it was Hawkeye.
The last show
Hawkeye.
Is Hawkeye.
That's why he was thinking Black Widow.
It's only been 2.5 months.
Has it only been 2.5 months? So
only been 2.5 months.
They've been at it. They said, hey, we got phases to this, and we're gonna keep it going. So they're giving us Miss Marvel, and I'm excited about it. I watched the trailer today. It looks like it's gonna be a fun ride. I'm excited to see how she gets her origin. I want to see the origin. I'm happy that they're doing this whole multicultural thing. Disney is truly making a Marvel Epcot at this point. And we love Epcot. So every culture is going to be represented. And
for everyone.
With it. So we get the opportunity to see all these different cultures become heroes. We get to see their morals from their cultures and why they are how they are and what you would do coming from that culture as a hero. So Monray, thoughts, man?
Oh, it's going to me. I'm going to give the shout out to
I have to give you justice.
Oh no, I gotta give a shout out to whoever is recruiting these actors in Disney. I don't know who they are finding people that not like big name actors, and they are finding people we have never heard of for the most part, never seen, and they are fitting into these roles seamlessly. Like it's like Miss Marvel literally looks like the Miss Marvel from the Avengers video game or Miss Marvel from the actual comic book. Like she is a dead ringer. And like even the snippets I saw in the trailer, like she is fitting it already, like the enthusiasm for being a fan and all of that. So I'm gonna lead them to give their own thoughts. I'm just gonna give a shout out to just whoever is recruiting. And also Disney is not fooling me. They decided that we're gonna give y'all a week for Batman, and we'll go ahead and bust this trailer and let y'all know that we're gonna come and just destroy everything. Don't nobody care about no Batman. It's about this MCU universe, and they back. And they like, forget all y'all. We gave you a week. Now we're going to remind y'all it's time for the MCU. We have 2.5 weeks to Moon Knight. But we're going to give y'all this Miss Marvel just to let you know it's not over.
Morbius is coming.
Yeah.
Is that movie getting delayed again? I don't
know. I still see trailers on the reg.
I'm cool.
I even seen them advertise that movie. I'm like, did it get delayed?
It had all the advertising for it got delayed last time, so screw it.
It's gonna be horrible because I want it to be good.
He just like Jared Leto because he think Jared Leto cute. I don't know what's up.
Hey, Jared Leto. Hey, the pretty boy pulled off that Morbius look. Hey, if Robert Pattinson worked with Batman, Jared Leto can be Morbius. Let these cute dudes be god dang bat people. They make it work.
Inclusion for everybody. Zelmay.
Hey.
So I'm seeing complaints about things, and I might go off on a tangent. So let me go for a minute.
For Miss Marvel?
Yes, and everything else in history because people like to complain. That's one thing I've learned. Me and Tori's in a Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel group, and I promise you, every time they post, it's the most complainingest group of people I've ever seen in my life.
I can imagine.
I look at Elden Ring, all I see is people I'm talking about they hate every card in the game. They hate everything. People complain. But the one thing I want to talk about is
anybody speaking on right now?
No, I just started here in seconds.
All right. So
we good.
I saw people complaining about Elden Ring, and somebody said, "Hey, I would like some hairstyles that black people wear in this show."
Oh Lord, I'm glad you brought this up.
So they complained about it, and they said it's unrealistic in medieval times to have that because black people wasn't around. I said, first off, that's a complete make-believe, because if you know anything, you know about the Moore family and the Moore house, which is a group of black knights in medieval time. It wasn't black, by the way. They called it by what everybody else did, Ethiopic. The Moore family, the Moore house, which is, if y'all know history of where you got Moore house from, they are a group of knights that were black from Africa. People from Africa was all around Europe because black people existed, unlike your Elden Ring dragons. Somehow they don't exist. Now
some niggas think Margaret exists.
Yes, it's weird. And then all of a sudden, now you can play.
Margaret exists in my dreams. Let me tell you.
And now
the fellow is there.
And now we have this complaint about her and her origin story and her powers. And I'm like, bro, they still did the stretchy thing. It's just purple now. I don't know why y'all upset. Even though I did wish the shield would be a big hand to still fit into the thing that it went to. Her stretchy.
Miss Marvel.
Yeah, Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
I wish there was a big hand because, again, stretchy, blah, blah, blah. And I get some of your complaints, right? Because I'm wondering because the story of Miss Marvel, if anybody want to know her story of this character, her story is meant to, she feels uncomfortable because no one looks like her in the superhero. So her power is transfiguration, and she transfigures into a white person. And her story is to learn how to love herself. That's the story of the whole thing. Some people, shout out to them, wanted that to be the main story. It still 100% could be, because I don't know how this purple power is going to work. We really don't know. All I know is she used a hand and she pressed open doors with it, and she closed doors with it, and it's still stretchy. So I don't know how it's going to work. It could work in
the main characteristic that's needed.
Yes, so it's going to be a stretchy, except it's not absolutely Mr. Fantastic. That's the only thing they didn't want. They didn't want similar stretchy characters, even though her power is slightly different and it's more like transmorphic.
She can flatten and stuff.
Yeah, but it's still
different segment.
In the comic book, it works. But in real life, it'll look like, oh, she just stretches. So people are upset about that. I'm like, hey, they ain't failed yet. I ain't seen a show. Hawkeye, and it's a different feel. It feels more like a teenage, like soap opera, Full House type deal with like little comic book writings and stuff. And if you don't think you like it because it looked too kiddie, maybe it's not for you, and that's okay.
It's on fucking Disney.
As I say, it's the mouse, bro. It's for everybody at this point.
They gave you they gave you a serious drama with WandaVision. They came up with a
serious-ish
sci-fi show with Loki. Then they gave you kind of a buddy cop movie show with Hawkeye. Now they're giving you more of a Batman show with Moon Knight. And then they're gonna give you this kitty show. They give you variety, basically, of different.
If you don't like kitty stuff, don't watch movies and shows based on comic books. That's just that simple. And if you're gonna think it's kitty, this ain't for you.
Yes, it is. It's about a 15-year-old girl, dog. I don't know what you really want it to be. She's a high school kid who looks up to superheroes, dog. I don't know what you want this show to be.
It's not Euphoria, people.
Oh God.
Oh my God! If they made, it's called The Boys.
All I wanted to do is be good. If it's good, cool. Go watch Emo Batman. It's with Monte, and you'll be all right.
Y'all know, since I felt Batman was a decent movie, y'all know Monte hated it.
Oh yeah,
I didn't hate it. I said 6.5 to 7 out of 10.
6.5, bro. For a DC scale, that was a hard 8. Easy 9,
That's
possibly.
still a 6.5 out of 7. I'm not for the curve it just because DC has made crap.
We got it started. We got them arguing again.
You got to.
No, I don't.
Look.
They
You're right. You're right.
Batman
You
movie. I ain't
don't.
no problems with it. But
Much of that professor that don't give you a curve. Like, hey, you made a 65.
Hey,
you got
Vince McMahon been showing up at Monte's house.
people been comparing that movie to The Dark Knight, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna need y'all to calm down. Like, it's not that good.
Hey,
Like,
I said
calm
from the
down.
get-go what Dark Knight levels.
It ain't on Dark Knight level now. It's straight. It's on the top half of Batman movies, but it ain't no Dark Knight. Calm down for a second.
T. Ramsey, Miss Marvel, the trailer.
Kamala Khan.
I'm excited for it. I think she gets a power.
I think Monte hit the nail on the head, bro. Their picking of these actors is top notch.
100%.
Like, if you were to bring the comic book character and put them into in the real world, that's what Kamala Khan would look like. And I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about it because I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of the Miss Marvel Kamala Khan comic run, me personally. Though I'm the whole theme of the story, acceptance and finding and being comfortable with yourself, I'm with that. The writing was just a little up in the air for me. So I'm hoping that Disney, where they really do, when they make these changes to the comics that they make in the TV shows, they do them in a way that's tasteful. So I'm hoping that that's where Disney will kick in with this and they'll make some tasteful changes to the story, not even thematically. I mean, I still want her to find and be comfortable with herself. And I mean, what better setting for that than a teenage Indian girl in post 9/11 America? You know what I mean? So,
big shout
hopefully it's good. I'm not holding it up to be something supernaturally amazing, but I think it'll be a good little holdover until Moon Knight comes and they kick in some of the more heavy stuff.
Moon Knight coming for
this show might not be for me anyways. You know what I mean? This could really be the show for some 15-year-old girl trying to become comfortable with herself. So,
yep.
I won't say that because I've learned every freaking thing in Marvel has a purpose. I didn't even see the purpose of freaking Hawkeye as a solo thing, and yet by the end of it, I see the purpose of it was to introduce a couple things. So at this point, I'm just like, what y'all show is fine. Now, and it does come out, after Multiverse of Madness. So I'm thinking this might show some of the ripple effects of what happens, which maybe
that could explain a power.
That's what I'm generally thinking. Like it's gonna show some ripple effects because after this, I don't think we get. I think the next show is like She-Hulk, and that one's the one I'm literally gonna be like, I don't understand how that falls into this, where that comes from.
I hope it's freaky.
I'm with Tori.
I hope that's one of the more mature ones.
That's what I'm with Tori. I literally don't understand where She-Hulk could possibly come from or fall into this MCU. So that's me. Miss Marvel, I can see that somewhere. The
Marvel's coming.
Yes, She-Hulk is gonna come from. So that's mine. I ain't got a clue about that.
Is She-Hulk coming after or before Thor? Miss Marvel
timeline is a bit sketchy.
Thor coming on then? No, it gotta be after because Thor coming on around the time Miss Marvel is. Ain't it June?
No, Thor don't come out until September.
I thought Thor came out in June.
Heck no. June is Miss Marvel. Thor don't come out until September. They moved all the movies back by like 3 months because now Wakanda Forever don't come out until November. Because it was early. They moved all that stuff back. So Thor comes out in September, I think. Now I don't know if they're gonna have anything in between.
It releases in July.
Thor? Okay.
Well, Love and Thunder's been in production for how long though? I mean, they had
Wakanda still does come out in November, I think, don't it?
Yeah, it comes out in November.
Boy. So now this is why Marvel's starting looking. Now they just gonna have back-to-back things apparently, because now we got one show in March. Then we got the movie in May, followed up by an immediate show in June, and then another movie while that show was going on. Because it normally shows at least 6 episodes. So that means we're gonna have that show going on while Thor comes out, and then after Thor, I don't know if we're gonna have like a 3-month break between that and Wakanda. I think She-Hulk probably come out. If I had to guess, I think She-Hulk will come out in August. That'd be my guess.
Not to
I don't
mention,
think T.O. comes out now.
and then DC's like, here's Black Adam.
No, they all delayed. They all delayed, bro.
The Rock's power now. Hey, Rock's the biggest star in the world.
Yeah,
he's got that Peacock deal, so he's good.
He's gonna do the numbers.
But it looks like it's gonna be some good stuff. I definitely love to hear a good story because they attacked Wanda and the grief thing. They already touched on that subject. Now we're touching on a teenage girl making her way, being different in America. So if anybody can pull that type of stuff off as Disney and also give you like a heavy storyline that works with everything else is going on, is going to be Disney. But before we get out of here, I just want to give everybody the opportunity to introduce themselves, say where people can find them, if they have any kind of news real quick, and we're going to get up out of here. For me, you can find me UniqoWilliams.com. It has the links to everything where you can find me and the rest of the gang. Just go to UniqoWilliams.com. You can find this Overall 99 Media. You know where I stand. Overall 99 Sports. You know where I stand. We out here. We dropped 9 videos on y'all last week, and we're going to keep this thing going. So it is what it is. Let me toss to the CEO, and you toss to the next person, brother.
Well, Zam, y'all know it's your boy Alpha Zam. Making an Alpha, please get over Zam. We out here.
Yo.
Being a bad guy, doing bad guy things. Hey, yo, Tori. Where can they find you?
You already know, Afro Comedy 765 on all the platforms. You can also find me on Just a Fan Wrestling, talking bad about everything happening in the modern wrestling world with Zelmeg, right here on Overall 99. Other than that, remember, hard work pays off. Dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do.
Yes, sir. Amen. Monray.
Your boy Monray Huston is on Instagram and especially on TikTok. You click on the link tree in either one. See all the stuff I'm a part of, all these great podcasts, including Overall 99, and especially get on that TikTok, get on that anime train. Got the hot takes, the good stuff. You're going to want to see it. It gets ugly. It gets real. I don't pull no punches. I just went ahead and said the truth today. Sanji beats Rock Lee. I said what I said. It is what it is.
That's a fact. That's not that big of a hot take in my opinion. Sanji smacking
in the
Rock Lee.
TikTok verse. I'll talk to you in the TikTok verse. And yeah, I'll just put it in black and white. We're not going to do this today. And all I got left is thank you for tuning in to another episode of Just a Fan. R.I.P. to the Chico.
Bottom merch.
And that's how it's done. Shit. See, get